Hello guys and welcome back to Sorare Capital. Today we're going to be talking about some cap mode 240 players that I believe will help you get and obtain those threshold and potentially a tier 4, tier 3 if you're lucky. So let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to start off with goalkeepers. I found Leonardo Burian, £8.29, so nice and cheap for you to try and hopefully obtain that threshold. As you can see here through the scores, he can get into the greens, into the 60s. Typically doesn't really go below that 40 mark. As you can see here, there's a couple of 33s and stuff, 27 and 13 that he's gone below it. But typically, obviously for cap modes, especially 240 for the threshold, you want them to be around that 50 mark to obviously be able to attain the threshold. So when he does get yourself a clean sheet, obviously he can help you towards that. 39 years old, plays for Vélez. As you can see here, are currently 25th in the first phase of the Argentine League. They are now going into their second phase. As you can see here, sitting 6th. They played 1-1-1. Slowly going up a little bit in price. I've gone for Brian Heraz, £11.71 currently is the floor price. Plays for Delfin, in the Ecuadorian League, I believe it is. Has only just started this season, as I believe last season. Yeah, he's played for LDU Quito. Probably butchered it again. But as of far, he's only conceded 2 goals in 3 games, which is really good. Averaging looks like about that 50-60 mark. As you can see, though, he's got himself a green. Nice little greens here. Didn't play particularly well in this game, but who knows, that for the price range, I think you're sort of going for that anyway. As you can see here, Delfin are actually 3rd in the table with a win and 2 draws. Only conceding 2 goals in 3 games. They are playing Emelec, who are 12th place next, so it could be worth picking them up. And at 28 years old, looks like he'll probably be Delfin's number 1 goalie. Again, I don't know that for sure. This is just quick summaries of people that I have found that I thought I'd show you guys for the cap 240 modes. You see L15 and 53, so it doesn't eat a lot into it. And it's hard to find a goalie who's actually going to get you good points for those thresholds. Another goalie for you here is a Dominic Schürrle, plays for Austria Lastina, £14.48, 29 years of age, L15 of 44, which is low, which is nice for the cap modes. As you can see here, gets all in the greens all of last season, I believe it was. Yeah, all of last season. Number one goalie again, and seems to be doing relatively well. I mean, he's got a couple in the yellows, but it's hitting some greens and some nice dark ones as well. The final goalie for today's picks, I've gone for Marcus Kolke for Hansa Rostock. £17.24 from 33 years of age, so he's an established, experienced goalkeeper. As you can see, at the start of this season, 90.62, and I don't know why he's gone so low there. Obviously, didn't have the best of games, but Hanover are quite decent anyway, if I am correct. Yeah, so Hanover have won 1, drawn 2 in 3 games, and Hansa Rostock has won 2, lost 1, and are playing VFL. I can't get my words up today. FVL as of this weekend. So for somebody you want to help you get your cap 240 threshold in, defenders next. I've gone for Stephen Kingsley, who plays for Hearts. Has midweek utility at the moment, playing the Europa Conference. Not sure how long for, as they are qualified, so they could be well knocked out. Although they did win against Rosenborg the other day. It says for him a £1.32. I mean, putting an offer could get him for less than £1. L15 of 40, L5 of 63. As he's starting as of this season, 90 minutes throughout the 3 games coming back for the new season. 70 points, 42 and 75. Looks like quite a fun attacking left back if he's getting up there, getting assists. With attempted assists being 2, getting those extra 6 points, and looks like he's getting into that penalty area, as you can see here, with 6 points extra as well. 6 times for 3 points extra. 29 years of age, probably an established fullback as well now for Hearts. Hearts are a good team in the Scottish League. So again, up to you. My last defender is going to be Mark Oliver Kempf, £2.64 for a 28-year-old for Hertha Berlin in the second tier of the Bundesliga. German defender. I believe he plays as centre back. That's correct. Yeah, I think he missed last game due to an injury. I think, if I remember right, if it was this player or not. But so far as of this season, from here, he has gotten his 66 points, 70 points, even when they have lost. So he's got really good AA, 35 points, 31 points there. So it's brilliant for your cap modes. So you don't have to rely on getting a clean sheet. 49 L15. Not the lowest, not the highest either, so it can easily fit into there if you've got a couple of other low L15 players in there. Looks like an established left back, and again, like I said, £2.64, or even the rare price at £67 could be worth it. We then head over to the midfield, and we are going to go for Rodrigo Battaglia for Atletico Mineiro, the 32-year-old veteran, essentially. Just over £1 again. You can get it for less than £1 when you put in offers. This guy I used to have him before on my cap 240. I just got rid of him because I didn't really have any use for him. I had other people to sort of cover him instead. But at the moment, as you can see here, he's what I call a steady Eddie. Somebody you can just put in that you're going to get you, won't get you in the reds essentially, because he's always seems to be playing. And when he does do well, he can get you in the greens, and if not, generally in the 50s, 60s. So if you want somebody that you have main people for or around, and you just need somebody there to make sure to always give you those 50 points for the week, this is your man. We then go over to America. We've got Mark Delgado, the American 28-year-olds, £2.51 at the moment. L5 is 72, L15 52. As you can see here, in America, when I watched them this season before the European season started, I was watching him a lot. I bought a lot of players that were MLS based, and typically, not all the time, but typically, American teams or the MLS teams seem to do well when they're at home. And he is home in his next 3 times in the next 4 games. If you look at his scores here in general, I mean, he's been playing really well, or at least above average or average, which is again what you need for your L15, for a low L15 and 52 to potentially get you scoring or assisting or just playing all-round games. You can see with all-rounders here, 23, 33. If he has a decent game with a decent lineup, he could well be somebody you can put into your cap mode to hopefully pick up for anybody who has maybe let you down. We then stay in the MLS, and I love this guy. When he should never have left New York in the first place. So essentially what this guy is, most of you will know if you have played Sorare for a while. If not, I'll enlighten you all. Basically, this guy was a monster for the MLS. As you can see all here, hundreds here against Orlando, 100 here against Inter Miami. He did it all. He was full of greens everywhere, assisting, scoring, etc. Basically the main player for New York City Football Club. And he left to go home back to Argentina to play for Racing. I think it was Racing Club. Yep, Racing Club. And he just basically didn't play. As you see here, a lot of some appearances, but just didn't play well. And basically he's come back to the MLS. And he's just come back to the MLS, as you can see here. He had 1 game since, and they did lose 2-0 to Minnesota, who have got some good players in it, like Reynoso, etc. And he has an all-round score of 33. So at 68.3, all-round good AA score. He's coming back. He's been put straight back in the team, not even on the bench. He's basically again guaranteed to start this weekend. It is against Cincinnati, so it's difficult. But then at home to Montreal, and this is why I've chosen as well. He's at home to Montreal, home to Whitecaps, home to New York, home to Orlando, home to Toronto, before he has a difficult game against Lionel Messi's, David Beckham's Inter Miami. So from what I had said before from the other player, he's at home 5 times after this next game week. So I mean, New York aren't the best of clubs by any stretch of the imagination. Haven't played very well this season anyway. But for somebody of this guy's caliber, yes, he is old. He has a contract going to December of next year. So he could well injure himself, retire early, or whatever it is. But for the sake of £4, and instead of giving them off for £3.50 or £3 plus a dead card, I mean, to pick up somebody of this guy's caliber that is capable of these sort of scores. I know obviously this will have been his peak, but still, for somebody before he left, he was still scoring. Now the last of the midfielders, this guy is the most expensive midfielder I've got in the team at £8.44 current floor price, and he is the highest in regards to his L15 also. As I said, has an L15 of 60, L5 of 65, and he is going up in price because of his recent performances. As you can see here at CDM, I think it's 2 goals in the last 2 games, so he's doing phenomenally well for a team like Go Ahead Eagles. To get somebody like that, he is getting decent all-round scores, 15, basically 15 and 19. Without those decisives, would have pushed you in the 50s, 60s mark anyway. So again, this is somebody who is going to help you. Although, as I said, he has a high L15, he will be able to help with the players who do not perform for you on that particular game week. So let's say your goalie concedes 3 and he's got a NAF score of 20, or your strikers again has gone missing in front of goal and gets you in the 20s, 30s, 40s mark. This guy can help you pick it up from that point onwards. Then my final 2 picks, I've gone Wanderson Carvalho. Funny thing with this guy, actually, he's got a forward card because I believe he used to play at left mid, left wing, but he does have a forward card. Yeah, as you can see here, both old and new cards. He's a forward. Reason why I say it is because it's funny, because he's been playing, I think, this and last season, or back in the start of this season, as a left back. As you can see here, everything's right. Well, once right back, but everything's from that point onwards. He's been a good full-on attacking wing back, essentially, or attacking fullback. Why is intriguing? Because again, he's attacking, and because he's a defender, as you can see here from his scores, if he was a defender, he'd actually have a lower score rate. But because he classes forward, he actually gets a bit better score rate, as you can see here from there to there. Yeah, apart from obviously a couple here, but majority of them go up in the price because no attacker is going to be really involved in the game. They're more or less to be in the hold-up play. They're more or less to be getting shots on target, etc. like that. They don't get that good of a points boost for it. But when they're involved in the game, like a left back or a right back, especially as an attacking one and all that, they get involved in the game. There's a lot of passing infield, there's a lot of tackles. Generally, what forwards don't get given points for, because they don't need to. But because this guy gets up there, he gets, as you can see, he gets the assists, gets the decisives, and a goal every now and again. I think he's quite a really good pickup for £3.42, and again an L15 of 53. He's been on fire with an L5 of 68. Could be well worth a shot. And my final pick is going to go to Jonathan Okita. Plays for in Zurich in the Swiss league. As you can see here, Zurich are actually first place in the first 4 games, having won 3 out of their 4, only drawing 1, beating the likes of Lugano as well. So, I mean, he's going to be up there in regards to the goals, because they are playing really well at the moment. Don't know a whole lot about him as an actual player. I don't know if he's quick, etc. like that, but I do know that he's getting you in the greens in regards to the scoring matrix. Seemed to have last season be coming on and off. Used to start, he used to be benched and then start again or whatever. But now, as of this season, from these game weeks here, he's actually started to pick up the game time, playing 90 minutes basically, or almost 90 minutes, since the start of the new season. So 3 goals in 4 games at the moment, heavily involved. For a team like Zurich, who are basically dominating the league at the moment, might not be like that in another 5 game weeks time, but as of now, they are doing really well, and that is my final pick. Anyway guys, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, I do have a new video just come out a couple of days ago. Well, I'm not sure as I've released this video, but at least a week ago, in regards to budgeted players in the Premier League. Go check, make sure to check that out. And also, we are so close to 200 subscribers. I think we're 150 as of the time recording this. We're doing a milestone giveaway where once we reach the 200 subscribers, we will be giving away one of either a Stupini Unlimited or a rare Adam Smith. to one lucky viewer who has tweeted, retweeted and liked and followed all the rules stated in this here. But that is the end of the video again, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye.